What's up, you gun nuts? Steve coming back at you here with another AR review. This is another one that I have just kind of put together. A couple different parts to it. One of my favorites for sure. So the one video I made where I kind of gave you a sneak peek, this is the upper to it. I want to get the appropriate lower for it, but I haven't yet. So anyways, without further ado, here she is. This is an Lwrc m6ic A5 upper on a m6ic Tactical lower. Nothing special with the lower. m6ic Tactical makes really good stuff, and I tried a couple different lowers on this Lwrc, and the m6ic was the only one that fit good. So that's the one I went with. Guess we can get into this rifle a little bit. There's another Vortex Crossfire, red dot on top here. The Holosun 3x magnifier, which is great. I don't usually use it unless I am shooting at range. You know what I mean? Obviously, I can hit whatever I want to hit between me and 50 yards. It's a little different though. Putting some out 100-200 yards. You need something. I mean, you can hit it, but if you just have a little magnifier on there, it makes it so much easier. So that's why I got magnifiers on most of my guns. If I don't have a scope or an LPVO, just because you never know. You might get into an engagement across the street, and then some other stuff might go down, and you might have to be fighting people at a couple hundred yards away. You just never know. And I might just only ever shoot this at the range. I don't know. Point is, I'm ready. So anyways, we got the optics. The Lwrc upper, explain to you a little bit about it. It is the piston, okay? So it's got a little piston up here. It is suppressed. So there's a couple of different positions. This is for the suppressed position. I believe it just restricts the gas or bleeds the excess gas off through a couple little ports here. So it's not as gassy. I can just turn this turkey if I don't have it suppressed, and boom, shoot just fine. Super smooth shooting gun here. It is, without a doubt, my most favoritist gun that I have shot, and it's really just hard to explain it. It's just super smooth. Very good recoil. There's a couple of different reasons I think it has such good recoil, and I'll get into that as well. Okay, so we have the piston. I ordered the quad rail for this because nostalgia, whatever. I like M6ic, don't get me wrong, but in particular with this Lwrc, a lot of things, if you get their M6ic handguard, it's very proprietary, so anything you want to put on the gun, you have to get little mini rails, and you got to put it on here. And so not only do I like quad rails, I think they look good, but I don't have to worry so much about ordering from Lwrc specifically for things that I want to put on this gun. I can pretty much put whatever I want on it now with the quad rail on it. I also have this light here. It's a newer light, so one of my other guns I have a stream light on there, a ProTac is what it's called. I don't believe I've even showed it. No, I have not shown that to you guys yet because that gun is actually at my local gunsmith, H&W Arsenal Machine in Litchfield. They're working on it for me because it would not fire subsonic rounds consistently. So, but anyways, this is a newer one. Holosun makes it. It's called the Holosun Raid. and it is 1,000 lumens, 80,000 candela. And listen, I'm not a torch expert. Okay, I don't know the specifics of lumens and candela. From my understanding, candela is how bright something appears. So 80,000 is a lot. This thing is really bright and it's kind of focused in one particular spot. It doesn't flood so much, which I don't know that I'm for or against so much. The more flood or the more centralized type of beam, I don't know. If it shines and it puts a light on what I need to hit, that's all I really ask. So we're going to try it out. I haven't really run it too much, but so right now that's kind of up in the air as far as my opinions on it is concerned. Back to the gun. The charging handle. This is Lwrc's ambi charging handle. Right or left side. Flip you up. There you go. She's unloaded. You can see. Super good charging handle. I have a couple different ones. Radian is what I tend to use more often because they're just everywhere I go. And they're really good. This Lwrc is really good too from Lwrc, so I'm not really changing it. I don't really have a need to change it. If I'm shooting, doing my thing, and I want to reload, I just bring my hand here to the charging handle, and I'm back in the fight. Boop. Really good charge handle. I like it a lot. Let's move on. The safety. It is a Radian safety. It's an ambi safety. I'm pretty used to just the normal safety, so I'm always flicking it with my thumb. But I guess, you know, if you ever get in a scenario where you need to flip it from the other side, I have the option to do that too. Ambi's kind of the new thing. A lot of lowers are not ambidextrous, but everybody's kind of moving to the ambi thing, you know, for a lot of reasons. You get hurt, you can only do it with your right hand. Well, now you can do everything on the right side. You can lock the bolt back, you can release the bolt, you can hit the safety. So ambi lowers are super good. But like anything else, you're going to pay for it. They're more expensive. So I have not gotten an ambi lower yet. But with this upper, it's a really high-end upper. Lwrc makes really good stuff, so it would behoove me to get a lower that matches the type of upper I have. You know, it only makes sense. So moving on, BCM Gunfighter Mod 3 pistol grip. Love this thing. It's not as thin as the Mod 1 that we have talked about that I have on another gun of mine. BCM makes really good stuff too. I can't complain. Love BCM stuff. Love their pistol grips. Charging handles, make really good charging handles. They make really good ARs in general. I don't own one, but I would love to build a BCM AR one day, and I'm sure I will. Love guns, build them a lot, shoot them a lot. I will have a BCM one day. So anyway, this has a Geisley trigger in it, SSA. The premier trigger. Everybody competes to be Geisley. There is another trigger, Lwrc, MBT something or other. They're a little cheaper than Geisley. People claim it's just as good as Geisley. It's like $125. The Geisley's like $250. So I just threw a Geisley in it. It works with the setup. It's really good. And like I said, BCM foregrip here. Really gets my hand where I like to shoot, where I like to present my rifles. It's kind of how I present my rifle. Come out, grab it here. I have my pressure pad on the top of my rail for my light. Shiny, don't want to blind anybody. That's how I run that setup. Coming back here, we got a Magpul buttstock. It is m6ic. Nothing special, nothing fancy. No battery pockets or anything like that. It's when you start using or getting into piston guns, they tend to be a little heavier. And for me, if I can keep an AR to 11 pounds or less, I'm doing good. 11 pounds is like, for me, really on the about as high as I want to go. If I'm going to be running around and shooting this thing and carrying it around and doing gun courses and stuff, 11 pounds gets heavy really quick. This one here, fully loaded with a suppressor on it, is 10.6 pounds. So it's there. It's I really don't want to put anything more on it. If I put an LPVO on it, I'm going to hit 11 pounds probably. But this isn't the type of rifle that I want to scope on or an LPVO. This is my, you know, from me to you or me to 200 yards kind of fighting gun. That's what I have planned for it anyway. And per usual, I always change the buffer springs in these things. For this one, this has the SRS, m6ic SRS H2. And so with the SRS lineup, they are a little heavier than their SMBs or your standard buffer. So with the SRS H2, it's the equivalent to the SMB H3, they say. And it's run great in this rifle. Cycle's really good. And again, that's part of probably why she's such a smooth shooter. The buffer system plays a role. Your muzzle device plays a role. Suppressors always help kind of keep things smooth for you. So, and I guess last but not least, we'll do the sling. This is a mag pull. It is the MS3 or 4. Hold on, where you at? And here it is. Oh, that's not it. Well, I'm not going to spend all day. There it is. MS4. Mag pull MS4. It's a 2-point. You can convert it to a single point if you want. I kind of always have it on 2-point because single points, they kind of tend to flap around all over the place and hit you in the nuts and stuff. And I'm not about that. So keep it on my 2-point. Yeah, there you go. So this is currently my new favorite rifle, Lwrc m6ic A5. It's the piston. Lwrc makes direct impingement, which has never really been direct impingement, but it is their standard gas block, and they're a little cheaper. But if you were to go to Lwrc and try to buy their A5 lineup, it's probably $2,500, $2,600. A whole lot of gun, but this thing should last a lifetime, you know. There you have it, guys. Another one from Steve here, a fellow gun nut. Y'all have a good day.